Hello, and welcome to a new episode of Tales of Terramir, an actual play fantasy role playing campaign set in an original homebrew world. I'm Wes Ford. I will be the game master for this campaign. If you'd like to follow me off the stream, however, I'm on Instagram at Wes R. Ford. You can find me there.
Hi, I'm Mike Jones. I'm playing Gemma Ashenlight, a human sorcerer.
Hey, I'm Hannah Nye, and I'm playing Willa Ketawhistle, Gem Dragonborn Bloodhunter. I also have an illustration Instagram, so feel free to follow me at Miss Nicoya on Instagram.
It's really good.
Hi, new friends. Rob Parkinson here. I play Razik, the Pangean human rogue. You can follow me on Twitter at Robot Killer with zeros instead of O's. And happy to be back.
And I'm Justin. I'm playing Anton Dargost, a human fighter. If you want more of me, go to my YouTube channel, VH Saves. VH Saves.
We all want more.
We always want more.
Who doesn't?
Also, even though you can't see or hear them, we do have two producers running the stream behind the scenes, Zach Helms and Charlie Peter. They are, however, moderating and chatting right here in our chat room on Twitch. So pending any life events, we will be streaming new episodes of the show on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tales of Terramir every other Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also watch us on YouTube or listen to recordings of our shows on all your favorite podcast platforms at least a few days after the episode is streamed. And since we currently aren't requiring subscriptions to view our content on Twitch, any donations to the show are greatly appreciated and really go a long way. Just navigate to the tips panel on our About tab. You can see your name ping on the screen live. All right, let's continue our adventures into Tales of Terramir. Okay. All right. Last time on Tales of Terramir, our characters found themselves prisoners within a barred caravan along the Imperial Road. A low-born renegade soldier named Anton and a young girl named Gemma appeared to be on the run or hiding from Imperial forces. A Pangean thief named Razik, a Gem Dragonborn named Willa, and a sea elf cleric of Quathalia named Savamel were among them. But no one had any recollection of having been captured. Regaining their bearings, Gemma deduced that they were heading north toward the Maple Crossroads. It was then that a mysterious cloaked figure approached the prisoners and their Domarian captors. A half-elf with Pangean heritage claimed she was sent by Captain Cowran to intercept and report on the captives. However, after getting a look at the prisoners themselves, she whipped out a hand crossbow and attacked the lead guard, grabbed his keyring, and tossed it to Razik. He was able to unlock the caravan. As the battle broke out, Gemma appeared to have innate magic powers, while Razik could channel psychic energy into glowing daggers. 2 guards were killed, and the remaining leader was knocked unconscious by Willa. Razik then tied up the body with 5 feet of hempen rope and hid him in the woods, along with the other bodies in the caravan. Anton found a letter to the leader of the Maple Crossroads, Lady Gilkis Yardret, among the bodies, which demanded that under the imperial command of Captain Calran, that she execute the deserter known as Anton Darghost and any of his accomplices. The mysterious half-elf handed Razik a stone engraved with the twisting ruby dragon symbol of the Pangean nation. I did mess up on the last episode. It was a ruby dragon, not a snake. I messed up my own lore. And she asked him to tell their contact, Olin Ketz, that he'd been rescued by Ulfira Ravenwing. Channeling his psychic energy into the stone, Razik communicated this to Olin. Ulfira then took back the stone, suggested they head toward the town, and she took off back to the south. With the late afternoon sun setting quickly, the group decided it was best to find rest, food, and shelter at the nearby town, which they reached by sunset. As guards and townsfolk removed the day's decorations and for the celebrated holiday of high summer, the group entered a newly built lodge deemed the aptly named Imperial Inn. Wary of being recognized, they sat at the only table available in the middle of the tavern and began to order food and drinks. The server mentioned that Anton reminded her of an old elf adventurer at the Eagle's Nest farm on the edge of town. Gemma overheard a halfling claim her wares were stolen by a group called the Crimson Knuckles, but she kept this from the rest of the group. Razik overheard a man bring up a job offering to protect his caravan out of town, and all agreed it could be a way out of the Maple Crossroads. However, Anton overheard another discussion from a distraught elven woman whose son went missing, along with many other elves in town. After speaking with her and discovering there was a large reward involved, Anton and Savamel felt determined to investigate the matter further, as long as they could do it quietly. We return back to the Imperial Inn, where we left off. You are now seated, as you were before, eating and drinking, and it's now up to you continuing where you'd like to take this. As the sun has now set, it is evening, and you have been sort of discussing your plans in loose terms. And I'll leave it to you.
We committed to the elf thing, right? Guys, I say. Sorry, I had a beer.
Not
Goes right through
exactly,
me.
but I told you there was a reward in it, right?
What's he paying?
Well, it's the town has thrown in into the pot, so it's going to be a lot of gold. They didn't say exactly how much, but it should be enough to buy your loyalty, Smiling Man.
I'm pretty expensive,
What do you
actually.
think? What do you think, Willa? Are you with us? We could use a gem dragon.
I mean, I do have things that I needed, that I wanted to do in the morning, but if it's to save children, then it seems like a good cause. I'm with you guys.
Gemma, I know how you're feeling, but I want you to trust me. You've trusted me before. This is the last place that the army will be looking for you, so that's why we're here.
She
Okay, it
nods quietly.
Okay. Sounds like we're all in agreement. So let's get into town, pick up any supplies we need, and then we'll figure out where to start looking for these elf children.
As soon as you finish saying this, your server comes back and goes, how's everyone doing? Everything treating you okay? Food and drinks okay?
Yeah, we're still working on it.
Savamel goes, fish is a little dry, but it's good. Good. Yeah.
Oh,
You
it's
prefer it
so
raw?
This guy.
She goes, oh, okay. Well, I do have your tabs. It looks like, unless there's anything else that you want to order, she kind of leaves it open if there's anything else that anyone wants to order. Otherwise,
I think we
I
all
quickly
ate,
down
right?
my second ale.
Right. Okay. So I have for Willa, we have a silver piece and 4 copper for your ale and stew. We have Anton. We have 5 copper pieces for your ale. You paid 1 at the bar, I saw. Gemma, you for your stew, 1 silver. Razik, 1 wine, 1 pot roast. That's 2 silver.
Whoa,
And-
how do you know our names? Like,
Uh,
Spy. Stab her
Good
through.
Good point. This is also the DM reading from his notes.
gotcha. That's fair. That's fair.
And you, sea elf person.
There you go.
1 wine, 1 fish. That's 2 silver. So anyway, if you guys can all deduct that from your inventories for the amount that you owe. She also goes, will anyone be needing any rooms for tonight? We have a few available. They are 5 silver pieces per day.
What is it? Midday, closer to dusk.
It is
Evening, I think, right?
early nighttime. The sun has
Mm,
set, or almost completely set. And Savamel goes, yes, I'll take a room for myself. She goes,
we
"Oh."
could use a rest.
Yeah.
She goes, well, there are 3 rooms available. After
Only 3?
your friend here has taken one. Yes, only 3 left.
Gemma pipes up and says, I think my father and I will take a room as well. And kind of nudges Anton.
So can we get 1 room for the same price?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
How many beds are in a room?
Each room has a double bed.
Gotcha.
Comes with chamber pots. If you want the nicer room, for 1 silver more, you can get a fireplace. That one is available.
a single double bed, huh? Razik looks over to Willa, kind of raises one eyebrow.
I'll be getting a room just for myself. Just a simple one, though. No fireplace for me.
Simple room for you, young lady. And the father and daughter, do you want the one with the fireplace?
Yes,
Just
we
a
do.
sim-
My daughter's very cold.
Okay. You can have, that's 1 silver extra, so it'll be 6 silver for you. And for you, sir, points over to Razik. Guess you can have the remaining room.
Unless Savamel decides that he wants a bunk buddy.
I don't want to.
I'm really
That's
quiet. I'll sleep on the floor.
I'd
Used to
rather be
roughing
by
it.
myself. Nope. I don't know you.
Anyway, do you do weird
Awfully
fish stuff in there?
Insistent about this.
I'm a baller on a budget. I will take the remaining room, even though it is
Alright.
not cost effective. I say to Willa, mostly at Willa. I'll take
Sorry.
it.
So all of you,
and
please.
I will upgrade to the fireplace because I deserve it. I've had a rough couple of days.
The fireplace room has already been taken
Oh.
by. This is Avamel saying, already been taken by them.
All right. Well, I will take the remaining room.
She goes, great. My name is Bella, by the way. I'll take your payments for the rooms, and I'll come back with your keys. I hope you enjoyed your service here at Imperial Inn and our tavern, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And she kind of gathers some plates and some cups and starts heading back to the back. So if all of you could deduct the amount,
Fireplace room was 6.
is 6.
And it
You
was
want to
5
house
for the
these?
regular.
5 for regular.
House these, Anton.
5
Gemma
silver.
starts pulling out some of her silver to pay for half of the room. Pay her way.
I wouldn't ask, but I don't have much on me.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, I guess I'm paying for the room.
Halvesies, halvesies.
Oh, houses. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. She comes back. Oh, actually, if is there anything that anyone wants to say before she comes back with the keys?
I guess are we all going to go to our rooms immediately after we get them? I say to the team, to the crew.
Yes, I think we could use a long rest.
What's that?
That sounds very useful.
What's the plan?
Mechanically,
What's the
for my
plan for
body.
tomorrow? What's the plan for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
We'll just meet up in the morning and then try to find the information, or I guess we'll go look at the board. Isn't there like a Didn't she mention like a board that had the information on? I can't think of the words.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, there was mention of a like a board at the
Town
Town
notice
hall.
board.
Right. Okay. We'll just check
That
that out in
had-
the morning.
a notice about the missing elves.
Hmm.
So I wake up 2 hours before daybreak. You guys want to meet here at daybreak?
That's pretty
the
extreme. But I
At
suppose
dawn?
they'll do it before sunset or before sunrise.
I can do whatever you all need. I'm an elf, so I don't really sleep
You're
much
such
anyway.
a team player, Salvamel.
Yeah.
I'm used to
I do
waking
what
up
I can.
early.
All right, you guys.
That's
I think tomorrow morning I'm going to try and use some of my contacts to see if I can get a hold of any of the corrupt caravan masters in the area. See if any of them have maybe heard any whispers of elves being transferred. That's what I'm thinking for tomorrow.
Okay. At this point, Bella does return, and she hands each of you, hands Anton one of the keys, and then the rest of you, each of your own key, and to Salvamel. So you'll find our rooms, the numbers printed on your key, and just go upstairs, and you'll find your room. Nice and clean. It's already clean for you, ready for your stay. And I hope you have a wonderful evening here at the Imperial Inn. Have a wonderful night. And she starts to grab a couple more plates and cups. And,
Thank you, Bella.
Thank you so much, Bella.
of course, see you around.
I have an out of character question. Is this like an IRL hotel where there's paper and quills in the desk? You know what I mean? Like in the room.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess you'll have to find out.
Shit. Okay. Gotcha.
It's definitely a Gideon Bible in the drawer.
I wasn't gonna bring up the Bible, but I was headed
Definitely
there.
no
so,
King James
yeah.
Bible in the drawer. Yeah, so you have your keys, and Salvamel goes, takes the last of his wine. Well, I am very exhausted. It's been a long journey. My body feels exhausted. Does anyone need any prayers or anything for Quathalia before I take to my room?
I wouldn't mind you praying over me for a few seconds.
Oh, of course. I
Who do you worship again?
I am a follower of Quathalia.
Oh.
She is the goddess of water and healing.
I'll take one of those.
You just want to do it out here, or should we go to your
Okay,
room?
Well, perhaps maybe we should go upstairs, and it might be a little quieter.
And
and,
how do people, Quithalia, out of character question, I guess. How do people feel about Quithalia in the Empire? I think that you said that they were neutral, leaning on suspicious.
No, they are actually Quathalia. She is a goddess and the deities of light. So she is an accepted deity within the Empire. And he begins to go up the stairs over here.
Grab my key and follow him.
Willow will follow and say, I appreciate the sovereign, but I don't know that that's not really the god that my family prays to. So,
Oh, no worries at all. Completely understandable. He goes upstairs, and I will bring anyone else who's following up as well.
Bye, Willa. Gemma
On the other
says.
side of
Before going upstairs, Gemma does want to take a kind of like a look around to see if anyone's sort of, kind of watching us or is taking note of us at all.
you got your end. Gemma, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That's a 10.
Right.
With a 10.
Mediocre.
As you're going up the steps, you do see right here, there is a human here who does sort of just like kind of do like a glance back at all of you, but nothing that's like catches you off guard or anything. Just seems to notice your presence and look back to what he's doing here.
She'll kind of pull her hood up a little bit closer and kind of hurry up the stairs after Anton.
Smiling man, I forgot to tell you. I want you out of my head before we go to sleep.
Done. And you feel it retreat.
Breaking the psychic link.
Savamil goes, oh, look, it's right here. This is my room right here. Room number 1. I guess it's my room. Well, since we're right here, and as you've sort of gotten up, you can tell it's much quieter. You can see this sort of hallway of wooden boards and pretty much all wood construction except for the extreme exterior of the building is stone. But otherwise, there are wooden walls, wooden doors. Modest, but they're nice. They're new. And you can see little numbers carved on each of the doors. There's a window off over here that you can see out, and a torch, a couple torches in this hallway. Savamil goes, well, I might as well just do it right here. Anton, Razik.
So do I hold your hand or?
I think you guys should hold hands. Just kidding.
Well, actually, I wanted to hold your hand, and actually, kind of takes your hand.
Throw one in for Gemma as well.
I will pray for her tonight. Kind of gives
can't hurt Gemma.
Nice smile over at Gemma. But Razik, may Quathalia watch over you, and her healing waters ever keep you from harm.
The Father, Son, the Holy Fish. I nod.
Wow. Wow.
I've never heard of that, but I hope you're not being disrespectful
Of course
to my
not.
goddess.
I have nothing but respect for all the other gods, of
Alright,
which
go to
all
bed.
are true.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
He rides over to Anton.
Fair enough.
And Razik, you have been given room number 4.
Does he fully heal me?
He does not.
No.
No.
It's
Whoa,
because
you
of the fish thing.
said nothing about healing. I just said prayers.
Yeah,
Well, I said it was a prayer of healing. Like, I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions.
That's
But,
your first
know.
mistake.
Razik, your room is here, straight across.
All right. Dejected.
Willa,
Razik
your room is
goes
here.
to his room.
And Anton and Gemma, your room is right here.
It seems like we're gonna have to get really specific with him if we're gonna ask for actual healing.
So I'll
Is there a
go ahead and
door?
yeah, I will go ahead and just open up
Okay,
your doors here, so you can go inside.
Before Joe's in, Willa is gonna go up to her and be like, Gemma.
Yeah.
So
Savamel's talking to
lady to lady, she sees Anton walk up. She kind of closes off from Anton so he can't listen in. She's like, lady to lady, are you okay sleeping with an old guy? Like, is that, you guys don't really know each other, right?
Yeah, I trust him. He's not gonna hurt me. I promise.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Okay.
I do appreciate
I'm just asking because, I'm just asking because, Ma always told me don't sleep with your cousins, and he's not even your cousin. So
solid advice.
just making sure.
So wise.
I'll be in the next room over. If you need anything, just holler, and I'll be right over. Okay?
Thanks. I appreciate that, Willa. I really do. Have a good night. Yeah?
Yeah. Good night. See you in the morning at sunrise.
At sunrise. We're used to getting up that early to feed the chickens and everything, And then
as the two of you sort of separate and start to walk away separately, you hear the end of the conversation of Savamel going, and Quethalia blesses you with her waters of healing, onto Anton, and then kind of gives a pat on your shoulder. Anton, sleep well. And he starts to go back towards his room.
When Anton comes in, I want to say to him, I never took you for the praying type.
Yeah, well, I like to hedge my bets. Any deity of light, I'll place a tab on that. Gemma, are you never asked, do you keep any of the gods?
I do. Well, once in a while. I grew up worshiping Hanessa. She's sort of the goddess, of family and the hearth and motherhood. Just being raised on a farm and everything, it just kind of goes along with the territory. Not very religious though, but I usually can just take care of myself. Always have for a while since I was really young. What about you? Do you have any? Do you look up to any of the actual other gods besides anyone that comes your way?
The Damarian army, they let us keep any deities of light, but I've never really been that interested. Although I won't rule anything out. So, and I respect all deities of light. So, let me know if I do anything that offends your particular god.
Oh, not that easily offended, but thank you. I appreciate it. Gemma is the fire already going in the hearth?
There is a very, very low burning fire, mostly
Okay.
Hot coals.
Sort of instinctually, just kind of habit or routine. Gemma goes ahead and finds whatever wood that is provided and starts to turn up the fire, and make it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a desk, like a writing desk and paper and a quill?
Why don't you go ahead and do an investigation check?
Great. That is a 15.
Yes, with the 15, you can see there is a dresser here, and there is sort of just sort of a more like a bedside table, but there is a drawer that you pull out, and you do see some pieces of parchment and a little glass vial of ink and a quill. as well that I provided.
A Bible? Oh,
No Bible.
no Bible? Okay. Great.
Um, and each of the pieces of parchment are sort of there's the seal of the Imperial Inn on it, which is has kind of incorporates the symbol of the Maple Crossroads itself. It's sort of a round symbol, and within it there's a twisted maple tree within it with two roads that intersect, and kind of takes that town symbol and just right over it just says Imperial Inn on top of it. And each of the pieces of parchment have that sort of stamped into the corner.
I make like I just am looking through the drawers, take a note of it, and close it back up. And then I guess get ready for bed.
I haven't slept in a bed in months. Looking forward to this. Kind of push my hand on the bed and test out the springs or the I guess the feathers, right?
It's a mattress stuffed with straw, but better than nothing. Not bad for current accommodations of what you're paying for. It's a pretty nice bed.
Hey, by the way, Gemma, what was that business with the gem dragon?
Oh, just girl talk. Farm girl talk. Nothing important.
Well, good night. I'll wake you up before dawn.
If I'm not up before you.
Oh, that's right. I guess farm life starts early.
Pretty early, yeah. After what we've been through, though, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to sleep much anyways.
It's okay. Get what you can.
Yeah.
So you both curl into the bed?
Yes, but I wait for Anton to fall asleep. And when he does, I kind of sneak out, not out, but to the drawer and pull out one of the papers and the quill. And I want to write a letter to my sister.
Okay.
The general, like I can give you the details later, but the general, well, I'll just say I'll write a letter to my sister and fold it up. I also, is the seal on top, like on the top of the paper, like on the header, sort of, or is it?
It is, yeah. It's sort of like small center top of the page. Yeah.
Okay. She'll tear off the top half of the page, sort of, and sort of make it unmarked and write the letter and kind of tuck it away and put everything back away. Spend some time poking at the fire before she actually turns in.
When you rip off the piece of parchment, what do you do with that?
I'm gonna throw it in the fire.
Okay.
And she'll probably poke at the fire all night, and kind of maybe until sleep takes her over, and she ends up falling asleep on the floor.
Anton, do you let sleep take you right away? He's out.
You're like double fist and ales at dinner. No food, right?
No food.
There's a meal in every ale, right? Yeah.
It's like basically a loaf of bread.
Pretty much. Willa, was there anything that you wanted to describe or get to as you got ready for sleep?
Willa goes to the bed. She gets ready for bed and she kind of sits on it cross-legged and she pulls out like a leather notebook that's blank, and inside the front page it says Willa's Great Adventure. And she opens the first page. It's like, "Dear diary, today I met the 4 strangest people ever." And she's just writing about her day.
Amazing. Inspiration, because that's fantastic.
Hey,
I explained why incest is bad.
Yeah. That's not why, but yeah, you can use that for this session.
Awesome.
Okay. Razik, anything for you, sir?
Yeah, I'm in the room by myself, and I have like a dimly lit candle next to the bedside, and Razak just kind of lays in bed, um, and he grasps out with his mind, and he just sort of like he doesn't enter the thoughts of anyone in particular, but he feels the sort of like distant vibrations of people's thoughts running to and fro throughout the inn, just kind of like seeking comfort in a little way, just feeling a little bit less lonely. And I think he typically does. Um, and the whole time he does that, he says, "For the Ruby Palace, the knives, those who come before, those who come after." And he repeats that mantra to himself until he goes to sleep.
Excellent. The night passes, and you take a long rest. So you get all of your hit points back, and any spells and class abilities, you can go ahead and make sure that you receive those back once again. Anton, you awake first. Your military training getting the best of you, even when you are exhausted. You wake up and find Gemma asleep, curled up on the floor by the fire.
So I jolt awake, cold sweat, and I reach on the bed for Gemma, and then I see her by the fire, walk over, gently scoop her up, place her on the bed, and then I stand by the door with my hand on the hilt of my sword and wait for her to wake up.
I'm an early riser, so you can tell me how long it takes for me to rise. Yeah.
Not long. You wake up pretty soon after him, and find him sort of getting ready, but trying to be quiet.
Oh,
What time
you're
is
awake.
it? Yeah. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. But listen, before we meet up with the others in the lobby, I just want to tell you, I think the Gem Dragon's okay, but I think you need to keep your distance from the Smiling Man. And I think he would sell us out first chance he gets. I'm not sure about that elf. Do you get a read on him?
Seems nice enough.
Well,
yeah.
let's keep our guard up until he proves that he's worthy of letting it down.
How long do you think we're going to be traveling with him?
Just as long as it takes to get a little bit of gold and find these elf kids. And I'm sorry I brought you into town. I guess I didn't explain earlier, but I think this is the last place they'd be looking for you, based on how we were taught to canvass for escaped convicts. We would never go back to where they first were found. So this is probably the safest place for you, but when we head into town, let's get you some different clothes just while we're here.
Okay. Yeah. I trust you. I come here often, and I was more afraid of being recognized. But I think if we'll spend time outside of the city, outside the town, then we should be okay. We just can't bring a lot of attention to ourselves. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're going to do to me if they find me. I just want to get out of here.
It won't be good, so keep doing what you've been doing. I see you've been keeping your hood tucked closely over your face.
Okay.
Let's wait until we hear the footsteps of the others before we come out.
Okay.
Anton presses his ear to the door, leans a little closer.
For like 30 minutes. Well, Gemma will start, still rubbing the sleep out of her eyes and gathering her stuff together. Sitting on the bed, thinking about the day.
Willa, you wake up. Sees the light. You have a window here in your room. Some of the early dawn, early summer dawn creeps into your window, and you kind of wake up. What do you do for yourself to prepare and to go down?
Yeah, Willa gets up. She's like, oh, just normal day. She's not really worried. She starts packing everything to her bag, puts her armor back on, goes to the door, opens the door. She knows she's meeting everyone, so close it. She kind of flips the key in the air and goes in, locks it, and she starts making her way downstairs.
Okay. Go ahead and bring you over here at least. Razik, you awake as well. Although you don't have a window in your room, it's hard to determine exactly what time it is, but you feel like it's early.
I wake up with mechanical efficiency, and I don't really have too much in terms of possessions. I just strap on my my utility belt with its various pouches and my cloak, and I head out the door.
Savamel comes out near the same time. Goes, good morning. Good morning. Gemma and Anton, you hear rustling. People are out and about. As you're awake, you can hear people moving through the hallway.
All right. I pull open the door, say, all right, let's go.
Believe that Savamel and Willa are downstairs, and so is Razik. So I will bring Razik back downstairs. And go and bring Jim and Anton downstairs as well. You come down and you find that it's clear of any civilians except for Karak, who's still behind the bar, and Bella, both seeming tired, but they seem to have gotten some rest at least and are back at it. Bella waves, "Good morning." She's kind of cleaning up some stuff and wiping the bar off. Karak goes, "Morning, hope you had a wonderful stay. Let us know if there's anything we can get you." It's behind the bar.
Is this like pre-dawn, just after, like early morning?
It's early morning. It's just after dawn. So the sun's just up.
Grab a seat at the table. I'll whisper to the crew, working conditions are pretty rough here. They're awake before we are. Go to sleep after.
For some people, this is their livelihood.
So is there any food laying out? Like a continental breakfast?
Hot brown,
Apple,
morning
muffin.
right?
Some really bad eggs?
No, there isn't. You'd have to order something. But it looks like they're open for service.
Like a rasher of bacon. I don't know what that is, but I want it.
Just read it off the menu.
I'll have the rasher of bacon.
The moon's over my Haley.
Bella does come back, after a few moments once you've sat. back in your seats. And goes, hope you all had a wonderful night here at the Imperial Inn. Is there anything we can get you?
Bella, my sweet flower, a rasher of bacon, if you would.
Okay, bacon. That will be 1 silver piece. We have a very limited menu in the morning. We do have eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, bread, cheese, and we also have ale available and water.
Ooh, breakfast ale. I'll take breakfast ale too.
Okay, breakfast ale, that'll be 4 copper. Unfortunately for this, for morning shifts, we do take our payment up front.
Oh, could you break a silver? Could we have a 30-minute conversation where we're bartering coins?
She breaks a silver for you, yeah.
Thank
You can just divide that amount appropriately.
What's the copper to
Um,
silver to gold ratio? How does that work?
10 for each, basically. So it's 10 copper for a silver, 10 silver for a gold, 10 gold for a platinum.
Gotcha.
We don't use Electrum. Fuck that. Yeah. So anyone else need anything?
No coffee.
Bella, what time does this town get started? When do the shops open?
Oh, fairly soon, I suppose. Well, is this your first time here in the Maple Crossroads?
Look,
Speak
we're
to
just
Anna.
looking to get some shopping done. Can you give me whatever's easiest to carry? I'll take some sausage.
Oh,
and then
sure.
We'll be on our way.
Pocket bacon.
Pocket bacon,
Bacon.
sausage. I was asking if this was your first time, because if you haven't been yet, you should really check out the Temple of Tytar. It's really nice. It's quite a sight to behold. One of our most popular sites here. You have to see it if you're here.
Can like side eye Sawmill.
Sorry, Nagos.
Do most of the people here worship the Lord of Light, Bella?
Oh yes, I'd say most do, but of course, like anywhere in the Empire, any of the deities of light are acceptable.
I mean,
There
we
are-
all
we have
love the Lord of Light. Am I right, guys? Am I right?
Well,
Lord of Light, Lord
Yeah.
of Light.
he was one of the divine brethren who created our world, so he's highly respected. But we do have 2 other shrines to other gods. We have a shrine to Coralon, and we have a shrine to Saibang as well. But the Temple of Tytar, it's massive. You can't miss it. It's just down the street. It's our most famous site, so just recommend seeing. I think most of the shops will be opening soon. So
Bella, do you have any fruit that I can take with me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Bella, do you have any fruit that I can take with me?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Anton for some reason.
Anton, do you have any fruit that I can take with me?
I thought you were asking
That's
Anton.
Bella.
That's me. Bella, that's me. Fruit. Yes, we have. We do have apples available. I can check in the back. We also have our famous maple syrup, Maple Crossroads. We do have a wonderful selection of our own maple syrup available. But
I'll take
as far as
2
fruit,
apples. I'll take 2 apples, please.
apples. Okay. 2 copper pieces.
Okay.
I'll
Kinda
take a
writes
syrup.
down.
Oh, you drive a hard bargain, Bella. I'll take a syrup.
Oh, it's really good. It's really
I
good.
believe you. I believe you.
Because it is really, really popular and famous. It is 1 gold
Oh,
for the
God.
syrup.
All right.
One syrup for you, sir.
I'll take a bottle.
Okay.
He just drinks it by the bottle.
drinks.
he doesn't have syrup where he's from, so
Yeah.
no, he has to put it
What
on
is
stuff.
this?
He just drinks it. Just like, oh,
Yeah.
like
We don't have syrup in the anyway. In the local place where I'm also from.
Oh, where are you from?
2 towns over. Small.
West or east or north?
Who can remember these things?
Hopefully you can. You're from there, right?
We got turned around a lot. I'm not normally a traveler. I need to go to the bathroom. And then Razik leaves to go to the bathroom.
that
end the
took a
conversation.
sharp turn. Really sharp.
He goes,
Stupid,
only in-
stupid,
they're only
stupid.
chamber pots in your room.
You're a spy.
Otherwise,
Get your head in the game, Razik.
anyone else need anything?
Yeah, I don't think I can pass up the maple syrup, the special maple syrup. So I'll take one of those. And do you guys do hot cakes or something?
Oh, sure, we can whip something up for you. Yeah.
Okay.
So, 1 gold for the syrup and 5 copper for the hotcakes.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. So she goes off to get that stuff.
As soon as she does, I come back.
You had to go gone outside.
man.
I know. She's just so hot. I can't help myself.
Okay.
How was the restroom, Razik?
It was nice. Thank you for asking. It was mostly just
Just
a
looking out for
hole.
my friends.
It was mostly just a hole with probably some hay under it, but you know. When in Rome.
Mine had the same.
She does come back with everyone's things. Did I charge? I charged you,
I did.
Gemma, right? And I charged Anton.
For a pocket sausage, yeah. I wasn't sure how much that was.
Pocket sausage.
Oh, one silver for the pocket sausage, one silver
silver.
for the bacon. She kind of brings that all out and goes, well, we hope you'll come back and stay with us again another night. Let us know if you do. In fact, actually, I can reserve your room now if you'd like us to. Otherwise, we hope you'll come back later this evening.
Is there some kind of reward point system? If we do like 5 nights, we get like 10% off. Like,
How much is it to reserve the room, Bella?
To reserve another room, just another 5 silver.
Just to reserve it? Okay.
Yeah, just to you get another day, another night, if you do so.
Anton, Father, do you think we should reserve another room?
No. If we need to sleep again, we can make camp outside the town. I don't want to hang around anybody for too long. And then I turn to Bella and I say, Bella, does your service come with discretion? And I hold up a gold coin between my 2 fingers.
I'm sorry. You said you hold up a gold to reserve another.
I know. I hold up a gold coin and I say, does your service include discretion? If anyone comes asking about who stayed here last night, I assume that you'll say you can't remember, right? Sort of wave the gold coin back and forth.
She looks at you. Go ahead and make a persuasion check, please.
I rolled an 11.
She goes, I knew there was something interesting about you all. Make it 2 gold. I won't say a word.
Razik puts down a gold as well. Says, I knew you were a shrewd woman. I would give her a wink and slide it over across the table to her.
She takes the gold and goes, someone called me intelligent. Puts the coins away. Goes, again, I hope you enjoy your stay and hope you'll come back. You are valued customers here at the Imperial Inn.
I'll think of you whenever I use that syrup.
Gives a big sigh and rubs off the...
I'll leave it to her to determine what that means.
She kind of like rubs off with a rag, like some of the table, like cleaning it off, and kind of purposely, you notice she kind of shoves some of the crumbs towards Razik.
She wants
And
me. She wants me.
She walks away. You have your breakfast, you have your things. Anton and Gemma, you've reserved your room for the next night. Did anyone else want to in that?
I thought we didn't. I thought we did not reserve our room.
I didn't want to reserve
Okay.
either. I think we
You
should
just
get
wanted
out pretty
to
ASAP.
discretion on...
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, let's
Understood.
not push our luck.
Understood. Okay. And with that, you gather your things and head out of the Imperial Inn. I think we should go ahead, and now would be a really great time to do our break. So let's go ahead and go into our 10-minute break. And we'll see you in a few.
Shopping montage. Woo!
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for sticking around after the break. We're going to get right back into our game. It seems our adventurers have stayed a night at the Imperial Inn right here at the Maple Crossroads. And following some leads, the day is stretched out before them to whatever they wish to do. And it is in your hands where you'd like to go. As you step out onto the streets, I will just say that in the early morning light, you see there are still a few sort of little low-hanging decorations that weren't grabbed from the day before of high summer. You can see a couple dangling flags, a lot of them having the decorations, symbols of Tytar and the sun. And you step out and you can see it's a pretty pleasant day. It's warm, but it is pleasant, and you can see townsfolk kind of walking around, horse carts and such, and the town is open to you. You've just stepped out of the Imperial Inn here.
What are you guys looking for? You guys you said you need to pick some stuff up, some supplies?
Magic Girl, you know this place, right? Would there be any use in going to the temple? Do you think that there's anything that could be gained there?
She kind of puts her head down and says, Don't call me that. Don't say anything like that. Someone might hear you. And, I mean...
I can call you Special Girl.
You can call me Gemma. That's my name.
All right, Gemma.
Don't bring attention to that. That's... She kind of trails off. You can... I mean, it's special for whoever worships that god. Yeah, I mean, it is quite a spectacle here in the town, but I mean, I don't know. I've seen it. It's nice. If that's your thing.
Are they ever involved in anything shady?
Do I know enough about the town or the followers of Tytar about that?
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
Oh, good. That's a 9.
I mean, as far as you know, no, not really, not here. With many religions, there are zealots. There are people who take religion too far. But the Tytar is a really well-respected deity. He is the leader of the deities of light. He's the father of light. And he is very much worshipped in this town. No, you don't see any harm in any followers of Tytar that you can tell.
Yeah, sorry, I don't really know. My specialty lies in, milking cows and gathering crops and scooping up horse shit. So really in
I
for
mean,
the
that's
praying.
an honest day's work. Respectable crafts, all. So do you think that the marketplace would be the best place to get the information that we're after regarding the missing elves?
I think there was the board at the, I don't know, is it called the town hall?
Yep, town hall.
Okay.
Is that there on the map? Yep, number 1.
But did you guys want to do some supply shopping first? Okay, and we're at 9?
You're at number 4 currently.
Oh, 4. Okay, great. The market should be on the way if you guys want to pick up some supplies on the way to the town hall.
Well, listen, we're all wanted, so I suggest we at least try to modify our look a little bit. Is there a clothing shop anywhere around?
Put my cloak up.
Yeah.
Gemma, you know of a place called Grimwald's Provisions, which has clothing and mainly like adventure gear, equipment, things like that. But they could probably have clothing. It's not like a clothing store, but they have clothing there and all kinds of basic supplies.
What? No Macy's in this town?
There's no Macy's, no J.C. Penney.
Basic penny.
Yeah.
Like
So
Ross.
Grimwald's Provisions is the number 5 on the town map.
No, we only have a Grimwald's provisions here, mostly adventuring gear. They might have clothes. Maybe
Probably find stuff
a
at the
cloak.
Crossroads Market as well. There's stuff, all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff at the market.
Maybe one of the stalls at the markets. The market should be up the street if you guys want to check there first. Probably a lot cheaper than Grimwald's though. Cost effective.
What?
As long as we're buying local.
Do you all agree? Should we get a little something at least to modify our looks?
Are you just looking for alternate clothes, or are you looking for also like supplies and stuff?
Well, I'm pretty stocked up, but you guys can pick up things there if you want.
Gotcha. Let's try the market first. They have a lot of things there, and it's pretty early, so people should be setting up right now. And like I said, it's on the way.
We'll follow your
Okay.
lead, Gemma. You're the one who knows this place best.
I'll just kind of point you to it because I'm gonna stick right behind you, if possible.
And you start heading up the Imperial Road, which continues to head northwest, and eventually come across a larger part of the town square. You can see the very large Temple of Tytar off in the distance, a fountain, and even from this distance, you can see beside either side of the Temple of Tytar, there are large statues of seemingly what appear to be Tytar himself, this sort of warrior stance, but there's no head. Instead of a head, there is a brazier of bright flame. And you can see that on either side of the Temple of Tytar. You can see the shrines off in the distance. Right next to the market are smaller temples to Cybane and Coralon as well. But you get to the market and you can see there are all these number of bright colored tents and stalls, and people going about and calling you over. Oh yes, many wares silver, and there are people with silk, fine silks right here. And people go potions, all kinds of potions, and there are many different stalls that you can find things.
Fun one. Actually, before we get into that, as we're sort of like approaching the market, I kind of want to say off to the side to Razik, I'm like, what's your interest in the religion, anyways? Do you not have gods where you're from?
Again, much the same as you. I have secrets that are best left unsaid, but let it be said that Sarador?
You asking me?
Sardior.
Salador? Question mark?
Sardior is who I worship, and who most of my people admonish as our creator and the founder of all psionics. That is mostly who we practice. So these new pantheons are somewhat confusing to me.
Can everyone except for Razik roll a religion check for me, please?
That's a 15.
14.
Okay. 19. Anton got a 19. Well, all of you know that Sardior is a god of twilight, a banned god in this region. Something perhaps a little dangerous to say around here.
I say that too. I'm like, kind of looking around, like, don't let anyone hear you say that.
I put my finger to my lips and smile.
I'm serious. They don't. they're not kind to the betrayer gods around here, or magic users, and
Deities
kind of
of
like,
twilight. Deities of
excuse me,
darkness
the deities of darkness,
and twilight.
and twilight, or and they definitely don't like magic users, and kind of like turn away and start heading towards one of the stalls for clothes.
Betrayer gods belong to a unnamed, very popular other stream that we won't talk about.
Oh right, excuse me. Sorry.
All good. All good.
Mercer's going to fucking destroy us.
I guess
I say to Gemma before she goes. What do I say to Gemma before she goes? Now you know one of my secrets. Hopefully that helps us achieve some kind of parody. Give her a little mocking half bow as she walks away.
Gemma, can you make a perception check for me, please?
No. That is a 19.
Wow. With a 19, you definitely catch sight as you're talking to Rezik. You kind of look off to the side, and in one of the stalls, you recognize the halfling that you saw at the tavern, the Imperial Inn, the night before. The halfling who talked about her wares being stolen. You see her at one of the stalls, a particularly small, not just because she's a halfling, but just not a lot of content or valuables there, but it seems that she keeps a lot of pottery and sort of valuable objects that are handcrafted. She seems to be off to the side, and you just seem to clock that. You notice that she's over there.
Okay. The table or the stall that has what we're looking for, is that nearby?
You're looking for clothing,
I
right?
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Cloaks or whatever. Yeah.
numerous. Yeah, there's a cloak stand fairly nearby they can go to.
If Anton's attention is towards one of those, I'll go ahead and kind of wander off to that stall as well.
It is.
Will or Gemma goes off, and Anton's looking at the cloaks. Willa and Erasik, what are you doing? You see Gemma go off to one of the stalls. Is there anything that you're doing? Do you follow her or go off on your own?
So we see Anton following Gemma.
Anton is looking at cloaks at one stall, and Gemma goes off to another stall.
I am going to. I wish I had like a news scroll or something so that I could read on a bench. But I am going to. Razik is going to try and just like blend into the crowd. I'm really trying to eavesdrop here. Just catch any sort of ambient chatter that I can, specifically looking for information about the elves. But I think I'm also probably keeping an eye out, like remembering the halfling stolen goods. Just also keeping that in the back of my mind as I sort of like study the crowd.
Keep in mind, you didn't hear about the halfling.
Okay, I did not hear about the halflings. Okay,
only Gemma knows about that.
Okay,
but we'll get to.
Then I'm just gonna do that. Sort of like
once you go ahead and
or searching for information.
Roll me a stealth and investigation, and then I will get back to that. I'll see your numbers up there. In the meantime, Willa, what are you doing?
18.
Willa,
nat 20.
Nice. Willa would have started to follow Gemma when she had started to go to the clothing stall, and then she was walking towards that way. She sees Gemma move, and she's like, and then she starts to follow her, just like a couple steps behind.
Gemma.
Yeah.
Okay. So Razik, then you got an 18 on your stealth, and you got a nat 20 with a total of 25 on your investigation. You blend in well with the crowd. It's something you have done many times, and something you're very skilled at. You move into the crowd and blend in.
I find a group of
Even
4
this-
priests traveling equidistance to each other, and I get in the middle.
Distance, just like
I'll
an
tear stuff.
unnamed video game. And you blend in, and you do hear some whispers amongst the crowd of just, I hope they find those missing elf people. You hear another person say very quietly to another, elves, they're all full of magic anyway. Hope they all burn. A human says that. And then more, you see other halflings, half elves, elves, who seem to be frightened and are scared, and some go, keep your eyes out. I've heard that they keep going missing in this town. So those are some things that you pick up. But we're going to move over to Gemma, Willa, who's closely following behind. Gemma, you approach a stall of the halfling that you recognize, and she looks up, goes, hello, welcome. I'm Lesia. This is Lunar Berry Wares. We are kind of low stock at the moment, but let me know if there's anything you're interested in. You kind of look around, and you can see there are all kind of like hanging pieces of pottery, and there are nicely handcrafted pieces of leather working, like pouches, and just all kinds of like random objects that are like very carefully crafted.
And start, picking up things and looking at them and kind of serving. I'm like, oh, low wares. Why is that? And I notice Willa kind of approaching as well.
Mm-hmm. Something goes, Jim Dragonborn. Both of you, please. If there's anything that you need. Yeah, unfortunately, I do have low wares. As of, well, to be honest with you, they were stolen yesterday. A lot of my stuff.
Oh, by who?
Oh no.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Here at the crossroads?
Yeah. Fortunately, I've tried to go to the authorities before, but I don't know if you've heard of them. They're the Crimson Knuckles. They're a terrible gang here in town. Just absolute thugs that go around and do whatever they want, and no one tries to stop them. I don't think even the guard or the town master even cares to stop them. They just get to do whatever they want. Always hanging off and drinking and doing whatever they want over at the watering hole.
It's terrible.
Have they ever been known to perform kidnappings?
You're not there, Anton.
Oh, sorry.
He asked that to the clothing person. Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
My Gemma senses are tingling. She's like, what are you talking about?
when did this happen?
Yesterday, during the festivities of high summer.
Oh,
Have
that's
I-
terrible.
Store open, and they came rolling in, stopped me. They held me back and grabbed a lot of my precious possessions and took off. And I reported it to the guard, and I just didn't have any evidence. Sorry. Anyway, I don't mean to bother you with my problems. Is what it
No.
is.
No, that's terrible to hear. This is such a nice town, and there's always people who ruin it for everyone else, especially during the holidays.
Yeah.
She reaches in her money pouch and she hands her 5 gold and says, I hope this helps, you know,
Oh,
with your
goodness.
woes.
You don't have to do this. Oh,
No,
you're so
I
kind.
insist. I insist. This that's
Oh.
terrible, and you know,
Oh.
I hope everything gets
Yes,
better.
I look a little bit of a tear. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. This will really help me out.
Sure.
Thank you. Well, here, please, let me give you something in return.
Oh no, that's not necessary. I just, you know, this trying to be kind and take
It's
care of
just,
yourself.
thank you. I've just been so upset since it happened.
Sure.
Thank you, and just be careful. Watch out for them.
Absolutely.
They're awful.
You said they're hanging out the watering hole. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone knows. They own the watering hole, west
Oh,
side of town. It's an awful tavern over there. I don't think anyone, any of the guards, interrupt them, or they just let them do whatever they want. It's horrible, but
Jeez.
no, thank you. I
of
hope
course.
someone can put an end to everything that they're doing here. Just seem to keep causing trouble.
If I hear anything, I'll let you know, or if I find anyone that can help, you know, I'll ask. But otherwise, you know,
Thank
keep
you.
yourself safe.
I will. And enjoy the market. I hope I haven't seen you around here before, but hope you'll come back.
Yeah, sure, maybe. See ya. And kind of start walking away and kind of pulling Willa with me.
Just calls up. Tytar be with you.
Before they go,
Good, like,
Willa's gonna quickly break away and grab Lesia's hand in
Lesia.
hers.
Yep.
Lesia, she's gonna grab her hand. She's like, "Don't you worry. We're gonna talk to the authorities. We're gonna figure out exactly what we can do about this. We will take care of this. This will never happen to you again. Okay? You're gonna be okay."
It's so wholesome.
Thank you. You're so kind and you're so beautiful, Jim Dragonborn. Your horns float. It's so cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
that's so sweet of you. That's so sweet of you. You're such a kind person.
Oh, thanks. Well, hope I see you around again. Take care.
Stay
And,
safe.
She takes the gold and starts to turn around, and she seems really excited and starts to gather some of her stuff and kind of organize things around her area.
Heading back towards the stall too, I explained to Willa, I'm like, I heard that poor lady last night. She about her troubles. I don't know if we can do anything about it. I definitely think it might be worth it to keep our ears out. I feel so sorry for her.
Yeah, that shouldn't be happening at all. I don't understand why the authorities aren't doing anything about it. You know, we can probably raise this up to somebody. You know, we're going towards town hall, maybe today or tomorrow. We could talk to somebody, and who knows, maybe we could figure this out on our own if we have the time. I don't want to force you guys into anything, but I just can't stand for this injustice.
Sure, but let's do it discreetly. Okay.
Oh, right, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great.
We transition back over to Anton. You're going through kind of a cloak stall here. There's a bunch of cloaks, all various colors, various fabrics.
Cloak
You
stall.
actually see,
Imagine the medieval fair, you know.
yeah.
He's just twirling in front of a mirror. It's like,
You see a dark-haired, light-skinned Gorsian elf. Going about, oh, yes, those are very fine pieces right there. We have silk, we have corduroy, in fact. We have...
Show me your cheapest rags.
Oh, dear. That'd be over in our clearance section right over here. If that's what you wish, they're not our finest.
That's my speed.
Garments. Okay, that seems like your speed. Help yourself. Let me know if you need anything else.
It's like when you kill the level 1 guard in a game, and you loot his body. It's like the basic level 1 armor. The ragged cloak.
Clothes.
Right, clothes. Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna look around in the cheapo rags, and what can I find there? What I'm looking for is like just some kind of cowl for Gemma. Change out my sort of gray rags for maybe something blue or black, and I kind of eyeball Gemma and eyeball Razik to see what they're wearing. Find some sort of analog.
We see Razik wearing sort of his red outfit. Willa has sort of her green overalls and her brown leather outfit. But yeah, you can find there's both a blue, like a dark blue, and there's a dark gray, just like simple cloth cloak that you can purchase for I'll say eight copper each.
Okay. So I'm gonna buy a cowl, a different colored cowl for Gemma, blue sort of just rag overcoat thing for me, and then I'm gonna call Gem Dragon, Smiling Man, come over here.
Are you wearing your cowl right now? Your new one? Your new old
No.
one? Okay.
No.
Razik's trying to hide in the shadows, but you clearly see him.
You snapping at him. Like,
Yeah.
What's that awful dish rag that you have in your hands?
It's what's gonna help save my life, and if you buy one for yourself, it might help save yours too. Put your vanity aside, Smiling Man. Get something here to cover yourself up. Make yourself a little less recognizable. You too, Gem Dragon. No offense, but those overalls are a dead giveaway.
I just hate layers, but you're right. I'll go ahead and buy just like the grayest, grittiest cloak that I can.
4 copper each. And Gemma and Willa, do you make your way back to where they are?
Yeah, I figured that's where we were headed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you come back, and then all 4 of you, or 5 of you actually, Savamil is with you, just sort of wandering around. He'll, yes, I suppose I could use a nice cloak. He goes over to the elf and goes, but some of these are too ragged. What's something nicer that I can wear? Perhaps like a velvet cloak. The elf finds. Oh yes, we have a number of wonderful velvet collections. We have this one nice here. We have a nice purple with gold trimming. We have, and he goes, listen, I want velvet. I don't want fancy velvet. I want just a blue, like a blue velvet. He goes, oh, absolutely. Well, this is one of our finest pieces. One gold piece for this. He goes, fine, I'll take it. 1 gold, and he produces a gold and hands it over. He goes, oh, thank you for your service, and hands it over. And Salvamel goes, kind of whips it up and kind of puts it over, and there's like a nice, really gold, like an eagle, kind of representing the Empire's sigil of a dark eagle, but it's gold. He kind of claps that on and goes, fits very nice. All right, I think I'm ready to go.
We have this one really well-dressed sea elf dude, and we're like a party of street urchins. So, totally.
Like,
just
they
making
think we're his slaves.
He's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like looking at our shit and like, all right, you know. Not to belabor it, but on the way out, I'd like to pick up a healing potion, regular healing potion if I can.
Yeah. You can find there is a couple different stalls that have basic potions. And too, being in the Empire, it's like one of those things where it's like it's acceptable. People use them, especially because it's healing, but it's not like the most purest of Imperials are like not happy with it because it is kind of magic, but it's also healing. But it is acceptable, it is legal, and it's allowed. There's just sort of a stigma to it. Why it's mostly sold in sort of like these off kilter sort of stalls,
One
but you do
flea
come
market
across a
healing
couple.
potion, please.
Yeah, you come across the alchemist. You can see that one of them is owned by a like white-haired gnome. Has like a nice trimmed beard. Goes, oh yes, your potion for you.
Oh yes. I'm just looking for some sort of basic potion for healing. Just
Healing
something
potion,
to help me in
absolutely.
case there's any trouble. Yeah.
Takes out like a glass vial and shakes it. Has like a foaming red liquid in it. Goes, healing potion of healing. 5. Well, 25 gold for this one.
Buddy.
That's like 25 syrups.
Roll a persuasion check.
A 9. I'm mostly used to haggling for farm
I have a
stuff.
family to feed. All right. 25 gold.
That's fair.
Very good bargain.
25. I'll take it. Thank you.
Plus 2 chickens.
It's a potion of healing. You can add that to your inventory.
In fact, do you have another one of those? Because I'll take 2.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Take another one. That's another 25.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yes. Any for your friends there? Kind of sees everyone else standing around.
Look around. Now they're fine.
Potions of healing.
Just kidding. Ha, just kidding. Do you guys need healing potions?
Potions of healing, potions of strength, potions of wisdom, potions of charisma, all kinds of things you can find here.
He has a family to
That will
feed.
enhance your abilities.
I think we're good.
I'm fine without any natural male enhancement, thank you.
This place has a whole
Kind of-
CBD oil vibe to me.
Oh,
It's
this
like
is
the
the real
fucking flea
thing,
market.
sir. This is the real thing. You
It
want to be
is,
healed, you will be healed.
It is health potion 0. Health potion V.
It's like shit floating in it. I mean,
It's
Oh, health
technically
potion
not
0.
health potion, but it's very chemically similar.
If you want the health potion 0, we have the 0 calorie version. 0 calorie
We'll be
version.
fine.
Okay. It starts to put things away. Okay.
is everybody ready? Should we?
I'm going to
head
regret not
to the
buying
town
from
hall?
that insane woman later. Razzik says to the rest of the party. I just know it, but
It was a male.
we should conserve
It
our
was,
funds.
it was a male and it was a gnome.
Oh, sorry.
It's a gnome.
No.
Red beard.
I don't see gender and I don't see race.
Clearly.
Anytime
Clearly.
I make a mistake, I don't see gender, I don't see race.
All good, all good. Anyone else doing anything at the market?
No, but I do want to do something on the way to the town hall, if that's okay.
Are you going to the town hall next?
Is that
Okay.
is that
Just gonna protest.
where you guys want to go now? We're gonna go ahead and try to get some information.
Yeah, see the official post for the thing
Yeah.
we're looking for.
Do you feel like anyone will, Razzik looks around, notice you?
Willa?
No, Gemma.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm trying to keep low key, and now I have this new
Just
cow.
making sure you don't have any ties to the town outside of your farmhouse, your farmstead.
Well, it's dangerous for me to be here in general, not just because someone might recognize me, but because of some of the soldiers that patrol around here. So let's just be quick. If this is something we're gonna do, let's just be quick and let's be low key about it.
So are we gonna send in Willa to talk to the chief of police or something?
Is it like an adventure board, a bounty board sort of thing?
Yeah, it's very much like a announcement notice town board. It's at the front of the building. Do you get there first? Are you're approaching it?
I think we're just gonna
I
head.
want to stop before we got there. Sorry, Mike, but I just wanted to ask Will, did you want to talk about the flaming knuckles, the blazing knuckles,
Crimson Knuckles.
the crimson
If
knuckles?
if we run past any guards or anything, then she'll probably.
I just don't want you to. Actually, I don't know that you have talked about this. I don't think.
We haven't.
Right.
Okay, never mind. I take it back. Razik doesn't say anything. He has a rich internal life.
You head north, taking one of the streets toward the town hall. Gemma, you know where this is. It's a very common place. You're heading straight there?
This is sort of a player question too, because I don't know how mail works in this town. Are there mail boxes, or is there sort of like a postmaster that I have to go to?
Typically, there is sort of it's a very loose system. It's sort of like you can hire independent couriers to do such a thing. You can find them in town, but there is, you can drop them off also at town hall, and there are couriers that will take letters to major towns.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do it.
Razik will say to
there.
Gemma that if you want to, if you need to get a letter somewhere,
You don't know about the
want
letter?
anyone to
Nobody
know.
knows. Nobody knows
Okay,
about the
nobody
letter.
knows? Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I didn't know if you were trying to
Nope.
make it obvious that you were sending a piece of mail.
Oh no.
So, you approach town hall, and you can see it's made of sturdy stone walls, has a bell tower in the front, and a pretty nice sized building, official looking, nicer than the surrounding buildings, but not overly, over the top like the Temple of Tytar would be. But posted on the board next to the front door, you can see a notice written in common among various different notices. But the main one, there's several of them. Very big letters. Says reward on it. And it says information on the kidnapping of elf citizens. You can see it bears the town seal, the twisted maple tree, and you can see a little signature. And if you look really close, it looks like it says Lady Gilkis Yartrit, who is the townmaster or baroness of the town.
Well,
While they're reading that, I just want to sneak off, but keep doing the information thing. I just want to make that a point that while their attention is diverted, I kind of try to sneak off to one of the couriers.
Why don't you roll a stealth check?
Shit. That's a 19.
Nice.
Based on everyone's passive perceptions, no one sees Gemma slip off.
Great.
The rest of you are noticed. What are the rest of you doing when you see this notice?
I key in on it immediately when I see that name at the bottom. I don't remember, guys. Did I read out that note to both of you, or did I just read it and say basically, I'm sorry? It was, it's my fault. You guys are here.
You did say that out loud. You told
Yeah.
everyone about the letter, and you told them that you were sorry that they seem to have been roped up into your business.
Well, does this name look familiar to the other one of you? Sure does to me. This is who signed
Yeah.
our death warrant.
Wait, I thought it was the captain who signed the letter to the lady, right?
Oh,
Yes. The letter that you had found, Anton, was a letter to Lady Gilkis, telling her to execute you.
gotcha.
But you have that letter. She has not received it. It was from Captain Calran from New Domar.
Mhm.
Got it.
And I say that to something to that effect to Will and Anton, like a loose end we could easily tie.
I don't know, Smiling Man. Something gives me the feeling that you know politics better than me. What do you suggest we do here?
I know nothing of politics, my friend. All I know is the hunt and the chase. And you are either the predator or the prey. And right now, this woman is the predator. And I think we need to turn the tables. If we want to extinguish this warrant on us.
So
Unless
about
you
those-
enjoy your daughter living in fear.
I don't believe that she just has any knowledge of this, as if you have the letter, Anton. She is not aware of what has been commanded.
Yeah, you're right.
She
So
hasn't
if we
received
could
the letter.
erase this.
No.
If we can get to
Yeah.
her first.
I agree with
Shut
Savamil here. She's not exactly our enemy. I mean, she might even be a friend. I was actually planning to talk to her eventually. You know, Dragonborn to Dragonborn. So I'm kind of excited to see that she is actually here. Maybe she could be on our side.
Rezik
then-
looks at Will quizzically. It's very, very concerned.
Anton raises an eyebrow. Doesn't sound like a bad idea, Gem Dragon. Why don't you go talk to her and feel her out, if you think you're up to it?
Yeah, that was my plan, to talk to her anyways. You know, I can let her know that it was all just a misunderstanding, and
No.
the captain must have been super uninformed about what was happening.
It was a
No.
misunderstanding how he killed 3 of their
Do
guards.
not even mention that the fact that we
Absolutely
were
not.
captured.
No.
Okay.
We
Okay, I
want you
won't
to
mention
just-
that.
Well, talk about Gem Dragon things. Something
Okay.
completely innocuous, unrelated.
Mention the missing elves, bring that up.
Missing elves, get to be friends. You guys don't want to come along?
No,
No?
absolutely
I
not.
could come along, I suppose, if you need support. But yeah, I can come along if you'd like.
Yeah, the more the merrier to me.
Yeah, and perhaps Gemma. Where's Gemma? Salamel looks around. Gemma, let's cut to you. What have you been doing this whole time?
I just tried to find the nearest courier, so I can send this letter that I wrote last night.
There is a bit of a drop box near off to the side of the town hall.
Oh,
You
okay.
can drop things off in.
Okay. That's it. No postage or anything like that. I don't know mechanically like what I need to do otherwise.
There's like a little box, sort of like a there's a box for letters, and there's a box to the side that sort of just as a gesture of good faith that you pay for your postage, which is typically it's like 2 copper for to send a postage. If you could just drop that in.
Perfect. I'll do that as quickly as I can. Sending it to I'm sending it to the farm. And,
you want to tell me where that is?
Sending it to our farm at the at Halcyon.
Okay. And do you drop in the 2 copper? There's like a little bit of a sign that says like
Yeah.
2 copper per.
Yeah.
Cool.
I try to do that quick enough so maybe I can catch back up with the group just as they're saying, "Hey, where is Gemma?" And I'm like,
I think you can easily do that. Doesn't take long. It's right off to the side. You can kind of come back, and you kind of even hear this whole conversation. You come back and stop.
So what's the plan? What are you guys thinking about doing?
Well, it seems Willa would like to
Make
talk
friends.
to Lady Gilkus. Perhaps we could find out more about the missing elves, the elf children. But remember, we have the letter from Anton. I don't think we should mention that.
Anton, you still have that? You should get rid of that. That has all of our names on it.
It's a good point. I just wanted to remember who the name
Anton
of the,
just eats it.
I wanted to remember what the name of the town leader was. I have a bad memory, taking a lot of hits to the head. See,
That's fair. That's fair. The only thing I would be wary of is we should move quickly then, because even without the letter, if that captain makes it all the way to her, he might rat us out, or he might recognize us. I don't know. Some of us are kind of recognizable.
Looking at Willa.
Don't worry, we're gonna make friends. And she'll be on our side.
Okay. I trust you guys. But let's be quick.
I want to believe.
let's keep an eye on her while she's in there in case she gets found out. We need to spring in right away.
All right, so it's going to be Willa, me, and Jim. Are you going as well?
Maybe I can go. Well,
Yes.
no, actually. Okay, just as long. I'll try to stay. I'll try to stay low key, though. I am from the area, but she doesn't know. She doesn't know about me, so yeah, that might be okay.
Okay.
Is that
And
okay?
the rest, the
Anton?
two of you stay outside.
I guess I'll guard the door. Kind of like, I think what Anton was thinking. You know, just kind of casual, like outside, like, you know, like reading a news scroll or whatever.
Gemma, if our history has taught you anything, it's that I'm not going to let anything happen to you. So I'll be watching you. Go ahead inside. Do your best to lay low.
Yeah, okay. Thanks. Pilla will take care of me, too, in there.
Yeah.
And me.
And Savamo.
Sure thing, fancy man.
Don't be jealous of my cloak. And he opens up the door into the town hall. Yeah. And kind of opens it up for the ladies to enter.
He's so smooth.
You step inside and you can see a very nicely polished wooden floor that leads up to a very nice official looking desk. You see a pretty young female Roycian elf. Seems to be the assistant at the front. Kind of gathering some papers and looks at me and goes, "Good morning. Can I can I do for you?
Good morning. We're here to see the lady about the post outside.
Oh, the missing elves. Yes. Fantastic. Unfortunately, you do have to make an appointment. She is rather busy. And you hear off to the side. Oh, stop it! I'm right here. It's fine. Um, Stepping out from behind, from behind like a door just beyond her, you see a tall, slender, chromatic dragonborn with dark green scales that grow lighter down the middle of her front and down the back. Is Lady Gilkis, reminiscent of the green dragons you've seen only in storybooks. She has a crest that begins at her forehead and runs down over her head, down her spine, beneath a layering of modest clothing of dark brown leather with light fur trimming. She smiles this big, white, sharp-toothed grin that looks friendly, but it inherently looks intimidating because of her race. Sort of like these really mini sharp-toothed grin, and she has these bright greenish yellow eyes that alight upon seeing you with an almost melancholic kindness. Yeah, I'm right here. It's fine. What can I do for you?
Willa kind of her mouth open for a second, stares a little too long, and she's like, it's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Gilkis," as she holds out her hand for a shake.
Oh, nice to meet you as well. Another fellow Dragonborn, always welcome here in the Maple Crossroads.
Shakes.
Wonderful. So yes, what can we do? She is right. Typically, I have appointments, but you came here early in the morning, so what can I do for you?
My friends and I, we wanted to talk to you about the thing we saw posted outside about the elf children. We were hoping we could help.
Yes, I appreciate that. Big issue in our town right now. That elf citizens, all ages, a lot of children, young adults, seem to be going missing. Do you have information about any of this?
Do we?
Just what's outside.
Yeah, just what we've read outside, and that's basically it. But we wanted to do good and help out where we could.
Okay. Well, if you do have any information about anything, please let us know. We are actively investigating the issue. That's all I can say. I can't really discuss the details of what's going on, but we are.
Okay, well, where? I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, that's it.
Whereabouts have they been disappearing? Just all over the Maple Crossroads, or just in the area?
They've been. It's been reported all over town. I don't want any trouble in town. Okay, whatever is going on, I don't want this to continue. But there have been rumors that several disappearances have happened around. I don't know if I should even tell you this. Who are you exactly?
Oh, we're just
I'm
locals.
Willa.
Willa, okay. Are you investigators, or are you just
We are just
townsfolk?
good citizens.
Concerned citizens.
Made our way to
Just
Maple
we
a
have-
group of
Crossing.
concerned
We have many
citizens.
friends who are elves, and we just, want to make sure that they're safe and their families are safe too. So,
That too.
it's a community effort, right?
Oh, of course, absolutely. It's a community effort. Making
Has
sure
it
that we
just
keep our eyes out.
has it just been elves or half elves too?
All that's been reported are elves that have been missing.
And just children?
Well, no, not just children, adults
Okay.
as well, but a lot of children or young adults. As elves are older than us, but young for their ages.
Yeah.
So they are considered young adults for the elves, but there have been some children as well. It just seems to be the elves have been gone missing. Mostly the past 2 weeks have been the most heavy numbers. I think we've seen a total number of what was it? She kind of looks over to her elf assistant. She goes, "What was that, Amara?" What? She goes, "Oh yeah, we're looking at about 10 or 12 missing so far have been reported." So,
Where was the most recent incident?
the last known incident was reported just I think 2 days ago. An adult, and then before that was a young child named Kayamil. But that that seemed to keep becoming more and more, and a steady number as well, and we just can't seem to find out what's going on or who it is. Guards haven't seen anything.
No discernible pattern or certain area of town?
Just elves. Strangely.
That's such a shame. Takes a sick person to do something like that to a child.
Indeed. It's horrible. That's why we're offering a reward for any information that we can be found on this.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll keep her out unless you guys have any other questions.
Actually, lady, did you know about the lunar berry wares? Her name's Lesia. She's in your market around here. She had her wares stolen the other day, and apparently none of your guards are doing anything about it.
Lesia. Perhaps. Who did she say? Who perhaps stole her wares, or?
She was accosted by the Crimson Knuckles.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. I can remember.
Crimson Knuckles.
Nice.
Like I said, I don't want any trouble in my town. I really don't. This is happening. Sometimes things get stolen. I can't do much about that. But the Crimson Knuckles, they are mercenaries. They do exist in our town. They sometimes are reported as a threat, but as far as I can see, they keep to themselves and do their own business. I can't stop them from what they want to do. And,
Doesn't seem
I'd rather
they keep
just
to themselves
avoid.
enough.
What was that?
It just doesn't seem like they keep to themselves enough.
Well, I haven't seen enough evidence of anything of the sort, of them causing too much trouble. I know that there have been many reports about that, but again, I'd rather kind of keep things on an even keel, as I am a very busy person and I just want to keep things moving. And
Understood.
she kind of looks into Willa's eyes. Dragonborn to Dragonborn, it's tough. It's tough as a woman in my position to run a town. I'm a chromatic Dragonborn, for God's sake. I'm not really looked upon with friendly faces in the Empire. So I'm just trying to keep things on an even keel. Things are running smoothly, other than the missing elf children and the missing elf citizens. But we are working on that, and we will get down. We'll get down to the bottom of it.
Just other than the rampant kidnappings, everything's fine. It's fine. It's just a couple elves.
Fine.
Like
I'm a strong, empowered Dragonborn woman.
6 or 17 elves. That's no big deal.
You think I got into my position without hard work? No.
No,
I got here because I worked my way up to this position. So, and I intend to keep my position. So, anyway, if you find anything on the missing elves or any other evidence about these crimson knuckles, which I don't think are really a problem, come back to me. Let me know.
We understand, ma'am. Well, like my pa says, if you're not helping, you're wasting time. So we're going to go find all this evidence and what all that you need to prove that there's some shady stuff happening in this town. And hopefully with your help and that evidence, we can fix it.
Absolutely. And I hope you get down to the bottom of it. Like I said, there is a reward for the missing elves. So, I hope you can help out with that. But we will be pursuing any leads that we find. And she looks over at Willa and goes, only because you're a Dragonborn, I feel I can tell you something. She looks over at Amara, goes, Amara, go clean my desk. She goes, oh, yes, ma'am. Okay. She gets up and goes to the back. She goes back. She goes, shut the door. Shut the door. Shuts it.
Earmuffs.
There has been supposedly some of the disappearances have been happening around the area of the Stonewall Manor. Just a block away. It's not far from here. But, it is owned by the Stonewall family, and we can't do much about interfering there. So, that's all I can tell you. And that's off the record.
Understood. Thank you so much for the lead.
Stonewall family, currently owned by Malkin Stonewall. She was the youngest of the family. Supposedly, the whole family died of some weird disease or sickness 5 years ago. So there's just one of them left, Malkin, and she holds on to her property very tightly. And they've been here since the very beginning of this town, so we can't. They're kind of partial owners. There's only so much I can do. I came into this position way after them. She wields, honestly, sometimes more power than I do. So, but that's all we can do. And my forces can't interfere. She has her own Imperial guards on duty who watch over her property. But from what I have been told from others who have had their children missing or family members missing, they seem to have disappeared around that area.
Okay.
So,
Noted.
Anyway, that's all I can tell you about that for now. All right, Amara, come back. Come on. Amara comes. Oh, I'm still clean. She goes, it's fine. Sit down. Mara sits down. She goes, all right, that'll be all for me. I have a busy day ahead of me, so thanks for stopping by. And again, I hope you find more leads on all of this, and you can let my assistant know, Amara, and we'll go from there. Okay?
Yeah, thank you so much for your time. We'll get out of your hair and be seeing you soon, hopefully.
Thank you. That is a weird sort of phrase. I don't have hair. You have hair. You have Dragonborn that has hair. I don't have hair.
Yeah, I do have a little bit of hair. It's good.
You have
It's
some
kinda
hair. I don't
braids.
have hair.
That's true.
Weird
I
that some
haven't
of us
seen
have
many
hair, some of us
Dragonborns.
don't. Yeah.
That is weird. Maybe it's
weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, have a good one. And she goes back into her office, shuts the door. You okay?
Okay, well,
Yep. Sorry. Hey, I had a question because I don't want to interrupt.
Is it about her
we-
hair? Because
did
I also have a question
I
about her hair.
And Sabamil here, the thing she told Willow, that extra information about the
Oh,
Stonewall
yeah, you
family?
were-
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
sure if
you
it
were
was like
both
an
there.
aside or something like that.
No, yeah, you're both there. But she kind of was like really trusting Willa as a fellow Dragonborn.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah.
That seemed less than helpful, but I don't know if. Well, let's tell the others. How about that? Sorry. Let's get back.
Yeah,
Tell
the rest of you step outside and you see Anton and Razik still standing out there.
I'm talking to Anton about the news scroll I'm reading. Like, oh, the Mario economy is doing well.
You can see the numbers are the economy is doing very well.
It scrolls upside down.
Yeah.
It's like the Damari Times or something. It's like propaganda.
Oh, it's absolutely propaganda. Yeah, you actually as you're looking since you're looking at it, you see things like Emperor sees more years of health ahead, and you see another thing about gods have blessed the economy of the Damarian Empire for years to come. Blah blah blah.
Escape
King is
prisoners
doing
on the
great.
Imperial Road. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
escape prisoners.
Oh shit!
Kill them on sight. Oh shit.
One suffers severe boob damage. Right?
Damn.
Yeah.
Slow- it was
Severe
a-
boop damage.
It
Yes.
had to be a slow news day. Close the scroll dramatically.
But anyway, yeah, you see them come out.
Well, any luck? Did your hope to change the systemic structure of corruption end in a human interaction that allowed you to transcend our goals?
Not even close.
Okay, I think.
So the change happens one person at a time, and we're making that change.
But yeah.
Razik looks worried.
What do you think?
Salvamel goes, well, do you want to tell them or should I?
Go ahead.
Gem Dragon, did you two connect?
She did share a secret with me because of our likeness. A lead about Stonewall, a manor around here that might be a little shady.
The Stonewall
What the
family.
hell does it have to do with our mission?
Do you recognize that name, Gemma? The Stonewalls?
Well, I mean, they kind of run part of the town. They've been here forever. You know, they,
Old money?
yeah, kind of.
What's their industry?
Salt?
You don't know.
I don't know.
Salt.
Solid.
Salts.
And
Salt
textiles.
Import, export.
It's probably
import
textiles.
slash export.
It's always textiles.
Really
so-
trying to focus on the exporting more
Always
than
a
the
good
importing.
guess.
Well, they told us
You don't know.
that. Yeah, I don't know. But she told us that most of the disappearances have been happening around that area. Seems like they're unwilling to do anything about it because they'd rather keep the peace.
So maybe not the Crimson Knuckles then.
No, I don't think it's the Crimson Knuckles. That's like a whole other thing.
Hmm. Well, on the bright
Well,
side, it doesn't seem that they're affiliated, does it? These the guards and this outlaw gang. It more seems like they're just being tolerated. Is that the sense that you got from what I'm hearing? Or does it seem like there might be something deeper going on?
I feel like we didn't even bring up the Crimson Knuckles before, if that was a thing. Did we?
With everybody?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if we did or not.
I don't think so.
It's so blended now.
I thought it was just kind of like an interaction, and then we sort of brought it up with her.
Right, but we've been concerned about them, right? So I'm asking, like, does it seem like they're in cahoots? It doesn't seem like they're in cahoots from what you're saying.
Regardless of how it goes, I don't think that they're
wondering.
connected. It doesn't seem like they're connected. They seem like two
We're just their
separate,
passive.
almost like two separate quests. It's weird.
Wow, that's an interesting way to put that.
No, but Willow, what do you think? I don't think that they're connected. I think that two separate incidents.
She doesn't seem corrupt. Not a dirty cop.
The lady?
Honestly,
She seems to just be doing her best. I mean,
yeah, just doing her job, man.
It's not easy for a dragonborn in this world, so I understand where she's coming from.
It sounds like the note didn't get to her from that one-eyed man we left on the side of the road, so that's good. But I guess the most important question I have for you, Willa, you didn't tell her your name by any chance.
She did.
I did. It's rude not to tell you the name to the person.
It kind of just like leans against the wall and starts hyperventilating.
She told me her name. Well, I knew her name, so it's only proper.
It's almost less conspicuous to do it that way. It'd be more suspicious not to. And besides, I mean, I think they really connected. You know, Dragonborn to Dragonborn. It felt like that. You guys seem to get along really well. I mean, like you guys.
Yeah, I feel like we're almost pretty close.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
I think your plan to get close with the authority worked. Good job.
Yeah. Well, so much for your new clothes.
And my still works. These rags.
You're gonna have to learn to be a little less trusting, in my opinion, Jim Dragon.
But once you start to lose your faith in the world, then it just starts to go a little dark.
Safer. Oh, sorry. I thought you were gonna say safer.
We'll see where both of our methods get us.
Yes, we will.
Who hurt you, Anton? Who hurt
Anton? She carries a shard of infinity within her. She is a legacy of the glorious Sardior.
Who?
Show some respect.
I'm googling Sardior.
Sardior. Sorry, I keep on getting it wrong. Sardior.
Sartorials.
Sorry.
The first dragon.
Oh,
we can talk about it later. But anyway, she has an element of the divine about her, Anton. Shows a modicum of respect. I'm sure that Sardior's wisdom speaks through Willa in some manner.
I've never heard this before. I have a lot of questions for you later, Izzy.
Yeah, Willa and Gemma, I don't think you've heard of Sardior. Other than the name, and I did tell you that it was a god of twilight, but you don't really, you've been in the Empire your whole life. You don't really know. Same for Anton.
I've heard stories. My grandmother used to tell me at night to scare me.
Oh.
So What do you guys want to do? I thought this was going to be happening outside of town, but it seems like most of these disappearances are happening not just in town, but in a major area of importance. We
I
might
think
be
it's-
stepping on some toes.
I think it's telling that. Well, actually, I don't. Did Gemma tell us about your questions about like the demographics and ages and stuff? Because I think that's important to whether or not we know.
I mean, if you're asking, then yeah. I mean, like,
Yeah.
she
Did you
just
learn anything about
essentially
like any sort of commonalities between the people that were getting stolen, kidnapped?
themselves, all age ranges. Of course, there's
No
a
particular
whole
areas, nor we can stake
young
out in the
old
city.
thing with elves agents and stuff. No, just sort of the most she could tell us is the Stonewall Manor, area of the Stonewall Manor.
All right. Well, it sounds like
Which is-
we're in for an old-fashioned stakeout. Hope you brought your pocket sausages.
Anton did.
Anton, did you mention something last time about the Lazy Pony stables? Does that ring a bell?
Yeah, Anton, what is this Lazy Pony
Yeah, I'm mute,
stables?
He's
Yeah,
still
yeah,
muted.
yeah.
He's-
Oh
He
no!
looks so animated, though.
Sorry, like I said, I get hit in the head a lot.
You just start
So-
talking silently.
So no, I don't remember anything about these staples. What do you remember about these staples?
I could have swore the mom elf that you had spoken to. She said
Mom
that
elf.
she was playing with a
Mama.
friend.
Mama elf.
Mom elf. A melf.
You already have inspiration, Hannah. Stop.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Stop.
Her friend, her son was playing with the friend Tristan, who is the son of the Lazy Pony stables guy. Didn't you mention that last night?
You know what? You're right. I did.
So that might be a
All right.
more a better lead to follow first. I don't know.
We definitely need to follow both.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think we should
Someone wanna flip
pursue
a
the lead
coin?
in town
I mean, a copper.
before we venture out of it.
Yeah. Well, because of some people giving away their names, maybe we should do what we need to do in town and then leave it forever. Would you agree, Smiling Man?
I wouldn't disagree. I think we should take that caravan job after we solve this case and skedaddle and never look back.
Well, I have a thought. I know we didn't really ask this, but it seems likely that a lot of these disappearances might be happening towards nighttime and not during the day. So maybe we can follow leads on the other stuff and then kind of stake out the Stonewall Manor later on.
I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Not really used to this kind of stuff. I don't know how I came up with that. Sorry. It just makes sense.
You wouldn't know it, Gemma. Good
I wouldn't.
job.
I wouldn't.
Didn't you ever stalk coyotes on your
What makes you
farm from stealing the sheep?
No.
I've never been a farmer.
Just stood guard here and there. The soldiers do a really good job keeping the wild animals in check, but every so often we have to stay out there, crossbow, etc. But yeah, I guess we should follow up with Lazy Pony, or maybe even the Crimson Knuckles after we tell you guys about them.
Yeah.
if we hadn't already,
Wow, the Crimson. Did you learn something? Let's explain on the way.
we should. Yeah, like do the cutscene and be
Montage.
like, and that's what we learned about the Crimson Knuckles.
I think at this point you've
Gemma
learned
shared what
about
she
them.
knew about the Crimson Knuckles. Appears across the screen.
Travel montage.
So which place do you head to first?
Pony.
Um,
Pony.
What
Lazy pony?
was the pony thing now? You're gonna look into the guy that looks. Is that what that is? The guy that looks like
That's
you?
7.
The elven guy that looks
The
like you?
the lazy
No.
pony's son is the latest to go missing. Is that right?
I think it was the Lazy Pony's son was a friend of the kid that went missing, and he saw
Oh,
him last.
Correct.
You guys found that out in the tavern.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah.
What you
that's
had
a good
found
one.
out was the owner of the Lazy Pony Stables has a son named Tristan who was best friends with Kaimel, who was one of the elf children that recently went missing,
That's
the son of the one who was distraught in the end,
Yeah.
and was probably
Yeah.
the one who saw him last.
Ah.
off to
Yeah.
the lazy pony.
Let's follow up those leads before we jump into the mouth of the dragon.
The case is afoot.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the Lazy Pony Stables. You get to this place. It's number 7 here, and you approach it. It seems like a very humble, well-kept stable. You see this overweight, balding male human who seems to be sort of running most of the duties at the stable, tending to the horses. And he turns over and goes, "Oh, yes. What can I do for you?"
Listen, we're here to help. There was a elf child that went missing, and we heard there was a reward. We're a bunch of mercenaries. We're here to collect it.
You
You know,
you suddenly see a young half-elf boy pop up and go, "Kaimel, my friend, do you know where he is?"
Oh,
And we'll go ahead and end it there for tonight.
As the child launches
you
and
are-
attacks.
And everyone roll initiative. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, we will come back to this. And as you are following up these leads on the missing elf children and the Crimson Knuckles, we'll see where it leads. I think we're gonna get into something really interesting next session. So, yeah,
More
thanks
shopping.
That was great.
and more shopping.
More
yeah.
shopping.
Yeah. So thank you to everyone who's stuck around for the session. I know it was role play heavy, but that's going to be a lot of our campaign, and there's going to be rewards of other things as well. There's so much cool stuff ahead. I think especially for next session as we get deeper into this mystery. So thanks again for joining us. Tales of Terramir will be back in 2 weeks on July 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This episode will be available on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms within the next few days. And so, again, thanks for watching. Good night, everyone.
Thanks a lot. See ya.
Hey, friends.
Bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.